Alright, guys. So, man. We are starting off on, well, alright, alright. I need to restart that talking. Oh my. So, we are starting on this right here. So that way you guys know that I am not, you know, like, I'm doing this for the first time. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No, actually, I've never, I wish. But no. Please just slide around until the computer is barely visible. So what, like, right here? Because I can see that. I'll do one, here's a thing, I'll do it right here, just in case. Now, please enter the current time. I could you not. It is 12. It's 12:01. Man. No, accessibility. Okay. So, today, I know I'm behind on this trend from, you know, past YouTubers. Welcome to the Stanley Parable, guys. Welcome to the Stanley Parable. So, this is going to be interesting. I am currently, not currently. I'm excited. I'm personally excited for this. This is new. We've never seen me do this before, and it is going to be very, very exciting. I'm looking for new games to get into. This one is one of those things where I'm only going to play it like maybe once every few years. Well, not every few years. I'm probably just going to play it once. If you guys want me to play it again, I will, to like see different endings. I shouldn't have skipped that, shouldn't I have? What's the... Why is this so...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yo. I just turned this off with my brain. So real.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, so for now... Ooh. For now, I'm gonna choose this. I'm gonna follow his directions. For now. For now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I don't want to leave.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I'm hiding in the corner. I want my mommy.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
This is fun.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Fine, baby. You big old baby.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, fine, I'll listen to you, whatever. Ugh. Stanley, you're so boring. Not Stanley. You narrator. What if I wanted to go this way? I can't go that way. What if I wanted to go to the bathroom? Oh, I can. W. W. Honestly, W bathroom. Bro, I love this bathroom. This is fancy. Holy crap. I love that bathroom. This is no office. This is not an office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I pressed it too fast. That's
Yet
why.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Totally.
By sheer luck.
Sheer luck,
Amazing.
yeah.
He stepped into the newly opened
so good.
passageway.
I'm so good at this. This is lame. There's nothing even over there. What's this? Is this where I die? Am I gonna die? Alright, remember. First, I'm gonna listen to everything he has to say. Then I'm gonna do the complete opposite of everything he has to say. W moves. W plays. Oh yeah. Special
Descending deeper into the building,
I'm not even gonna say it.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go up unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
There we go. Big button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
What's up there? I don't know. Do I? You can't jump. I want to jump. Die. Oh. Chair. Use the chair. Use the chair. Use the chair.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. and you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever, good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates.
Yay!
Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more.
Heck yeah.
And I'm here to give it to you.
W.
I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with
Dubs.
secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You
Really?
won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
I'm scared.
Good job, you did it.
Yo.
Good job.
3, 2, 1.
Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Guys, I did it. Okay. Yo, guys, I did it. I did it, guys. I did it. High five. Well, I think this deserves a celebration. For real. I'm gonna call my friend and I'm gonna say I did it. And I'm gonna tell him to join my live stream. Just 1 second.
What do you want, Noah?
I'm live on YouTube right now. Go watch me. Bye bye. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all I said. That's hilarious. Oh, ain't that great? I'm such a good friend. I'm gonna wait for him to get here. I'm joking. We're actually gonna go through.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
W.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm running. I'm getting back to where I was.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep, I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Nope.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
I forgot what the code was.
What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known that. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Hey, Peyton.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
W. I'm just trying to get back to where I was as fast as possible so I can not waste any of your guys' time. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get back to where I was. Because I jumped off of a building. Reason being? I don't know. I wanted to jump off a building, I guess. I don't know. You ever just have an urge to jump off of a building? Not in real life, obviously. But you know, like you ever just like wonder? You ever ponder to yourself,
Stanley
I want to
walked
jump
straight
off that
ahead through
building.
the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yep. Remember, guys, this run through, I'm gonna listen to him no matter what. I'm gonna listen to everything he says.
The
That's
lights
it.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Let me through.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Narrator sounds strange. That's because he's... I don't know what he is. He sounds British. I could be wrong.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an...
No, he doesn't sound
employee in the
British.
building.
I'm wrong. What does he sound like?
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so
I can't
many
pin it.
individuals
I can't
reduced
pin
to
the
images
accent.
on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Which one am I looking for? That one?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
So messed up.
Was this
Don't
the
say
only
that.
reason he was
Don't say
happy
that.
with his boring job?
You
That
can't
his
say that on
emotions
here.
had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was
Yes.
the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
So real.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, I need to find the buttons in order. Where's 1? Hey, where's 1? I found 5. Where's 1? Hold up. Let me do this puzzle real quick. 3. What's up here? Is 1 up here? I can't open that. That sucks. Oh, 1's right here. 2's right here. I can't press them. Okay. Well, I press them and they do nothing. Where are you even playing? Why is narrator so annoying? This is called the Stanley Parable. So I get to make choices based off of what I am told in this game. Now, like I said, the first run through, I am going to listen to everything he says and do everything he tells me to do, so that way I can get the
And
full
when at
experience.
last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Amen. Oh yeah. We're gonna end this. W. W. I did it. Guys, I saved the world. Freedom?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Pressing? No. Maybe.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Payton, you should
Where
like the
had
live
his
stream so
co-workers
it
gone?
reaches more
How
people.
had he been freed from the
W,
machine's
you know?
grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through
What? No.
the open door.
No, not like that. Like, exit out of the chat. And oh yeah, never mind. Okay, you did. Bro never liked a YouTube live stream is crazy. Bro has an auto clicker. That's insane.
Stanley felt the cool breeze
I
upon
can't
his
even
skin,
control the game anymore.
the feeling
Okay.
of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path
W.
before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Are
And
they?
Stanley was happy.
I was happy. I'm happy, you guys. Don't worry about me. I'm doing just fine. Oh yeah. Woo! I beat the game. W. Alright, now. Time to do everything time to do everything he told me not to do. So, we're gonna start with going right. Instead of left. So he told me to go through the left door, so.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This looks different. Or was it over here? It was over here, okay. Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Heck yeah. Why not?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Give me my soda.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Give me my soda. Man, they won't give me my soda. They have so much coffee, bro.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah, I'm good, man.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So real. I already jumped off something already. I'm
Look, Stanley,
satisfied.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
Wrong
I'm
foot.
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Nope.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Maybe.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you
liar.
something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Nah. Doors!
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Yep.
Stanley walked
Listening.
through the red door.
Nah, I'm good.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nah.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was
Maybe.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because
Nope.
I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because
Yep.
this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
No, I'm
what
good.
would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Frog
Skill
playing
tree?
basketball.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you
Frog
what,
playing
take
basketball.
a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel
W.
free to be honest.
W.
I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
W.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
Oh, you're an
it's
L.
instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. To be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Yeah. Nice. That's cool. Alright, let me say this. I skipped the intro sequence by accident. Okay? I didn't mean to.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Got you. Oh no. Oh crap. We're in a whole nother game now.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Kill yourself.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the
Spite
latter,
you.
I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
W.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
I know, right?
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, this is great. this is a great game. I don't know why I didn't try to play it sooner, honestly.
Aha! Fascinating.
Is this
This
fire?
game is about, Stanley.
I know
What's our
what game
backstory?
this is.
What is our
Wait,
motivation?
wait, I know what game
It
this
seems
is.
obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
I know what game this is.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating
This
venture
is the
into experience
Watchtower.
of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley.
I
And
should
it
get
seems
this
there's
game.
even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I should play this game. This is the Watchtower. This is Watchtower. Wait. I still have the typing when I press X. Yo. Yo, this is the Watchtower. Should I get this game? I feel like I should get this game. This would be a killer game to play with you guys. I already know where I'm going because I already know how this game works. I watched Smitty play it, dude. I love this game, dude.
no.
I
No,
love
no, no,
Smitty.
no, it can't be.
W Smitty, honestly.
It is. It's an open world game. Good
W.
God, quickly block it off.
Bro.
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any...
That's crazy.
Thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here.
Bro is
Let's
a
find
true
another
gamer.
game.
Bro is a
Preferably
true
something
gamer.
with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Bro. This guy.
Okay.
This guy does
I
not touch
think
grass.
This will be just the thing.
Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
This
There
is
isn't any
Rocket
possibility
League.
that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
I do read chat. I'm reading
if you
chat.
manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay,
Bro.
so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
There's
There are
supposed to
lots
be a
of
ball
cars
and
here
I'm
in the
supposed to
back, but
be in a
obviously there's
car.
no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Go, 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 go. I want that ball. Give me that. Bomb. Bam. I'm dribbling the ball. I'm playing Rocket League. I'm playing Rocket League. I'm playing Rocket League. Yeah. Oh.
What are you doing?
My bad. A touchdown. For real. Bro, I played Rocket League in the Stanley Parable. Oh, beta. Beta.
Stanley,
Beta.
don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh. Crap. Oh. I don't even want to know where I am. This just turned into a horror game. Is that my room? This is my room. Well, if there's one thing I know is that this game will reset itself. Because of how it is. Yeah, there we go.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. Loading. I knew it. I called it. Reminds me of There Is No Game. For real. I don't even know what that is. But for real. That's crazy. Man, is that cool or what? Well, we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Now I get
What
to make
could
a
it
new
mean?
choice.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh yeah. Ready? New choices. You ready, guys?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
I know.
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Boom.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
We're doing
employee
it.
lounge first, just to admire it.
We're going.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope, I did not.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Now we wait.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Dang, that's
all
crazy.
this time.
Imagine.
There's
Could
someone
never be
you've
me.
been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Can I open that door?
Please,
No.
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside.
My
to
chance.
let her back into your life.
Her?
She's been waiting.
Who? I don't want no woman. I don't want a woman in my life. I'm happy already. I'm good. Let me back. I want to go back. Please. Freedom. No? No? No freedom? No free... So you allow me to open the door, but no freedom. Wow. How generous. You're mean. You're a mean guy, you know that? Try the one door. Oh wait, can I open this? Nah, you can't open that. I already know you can't. Oh my.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I'm gonna unplug the phone.
No, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
I did.
Well, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Yo, he's looking through
It's
papers.
definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything.
I was
How
joking.
meaningful choices.
I was
What did
joking.
Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
I'm dying of
Stanley,
laughter.
You're a real
I
person.
can't.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh no.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
I'm
For
gonna
example,
die.
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember
The second
that
one.
unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a
Okay.
person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
So real.
Allow the person
Peyton,
to
you're
finish
not real.
their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
Back sack and crack. Okay, back sack and crack. Practice. Peyton. Oh my goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to have a back sack and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally,
I make
if you
more.
begin to wonder if your choices
More
are
than 8.
actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
So
At
real.
this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that
Can I
this
plug
room
this
has
in?
begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This
All right.
way, please.
I bet. Watch this. No way
Now
he
that we
put
know your choices
guardrails.
are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That
No.
story would make no sense at all.
Let me jump.
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Ah.
Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I'm gonna break the game. You watch. I do it. I'm jumping. Oh my, the fact that... Wait, I could jump. Right here. Wait. Dang it. Oh, if you could jump there, that would be such a cool ending. I know for a fact he would die laughing. Where am I going? Where is he leading me? I'm literally backtracking everything.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm
Yep.
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just
Yep.
follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Yep.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Frick you.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Let me in. Open the door. Knock, knock. Ah, fine, whatever. Jerk. Haha, psych. Man, he is determined. I guess I literally cannot go back. Wait. Man. I really wonder what it would be like actually answering that phone call. That's why I want to go back.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
There we go. Loading. Well, it's gonna load anyway. Reboot. Oh man, this looks horrendous. Help me.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
Yeah, I know.
It would have been so perfect.
I already lived through it.
So hard on it.
I already lived through it. I already did it. No, man. He crashed out.
Exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, but hear me out.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, but hear me out. You know? Just hear me out. Again. He's not even talking anymore.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I hate you. I hate him. I hate the narrator. I hate him.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I can't even go into the bathroom anymore. Wow. How about here? This looks
Stepping
weird.
inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115? Is that what he said?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115. Let me speak.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single
I do have
thing
better
for
things
your
to do,
respect.
actually.
The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
You suck.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What the? What?
Stanley? Hello? Are you...
What? What?
Is everything okay?
What?
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The
I need you to
end?
walk through the door.
The Stanley Parable Extra Deluxe! Yo, I did it! W!
Is everything alright?
Yeah!
Stanley, this is important.
There's still more, and I know it. I know there's
The
still
story
more.
needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Ouch. I just hit my shin.
Anything. This is
Stay.
more important than you can ever know. I need this.
Dude, I just hit my shin so hard I can't feel my leg.
You hear me?
Ouch.
Are you there? You're listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
I feel bad for the guy.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
I'm sorry, narrator.
Take as much time as you need.
Oh, now you sound evil. What the frick? Dude, that shin hit was complete and utter pain. Holy crap. Dude, I'm dying. While he was yapping his mouth away, I went to go grab my charger because my phone is at low battery. And I'm using my phone to see my live stream. So, alright. Now we can continue. Phone call.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
I guess that's the phone call I was supposed to answer earlier. Not really that important.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting
I already
room,
know where I'm
and
going
Stanley
now.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I know it looks like I'm going to the same
The
place, but I'm
lounge
not.
was sublime, a work of
remember.
art. But eager to get
I have a
back
good
to
memory.
business,
I have
Stanley
a
took the first open door on
Darn
his
good
left.
memory.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Should I? Wait, should I? Should I do it, Peyton? Wait, should I? Wait. Do I do it? New game? Wait, we're loading.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Nah, right, man. And you can't go, right? I don't
Oh,
even think,
no.
but...
No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
I'm so done.
It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold
This
on for a
door?
minute, please?
This door?
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Why is there a garage in your basement? Why is there a car in your basement? I'm not even gonna question it. I'm not even gonna ask. That's all you, man.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Closing.
Okay. We just have to
I can't
go back
see.
to oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
W.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But what about the phone call? My wife. I'm single, by the way. Let me clarify that. I don't have. I'm not in a relationship. It's not. No.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
What
Stanley,
one door?
Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
I don't know what door you're talking about.
The story somewhere, or a... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
I swear, if you flip through pages again...
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Wait, but I want to go down the same door. Wait. I want to go down here. W. Wait, what? Wait. Whoa.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Yo, I was in a loop. I'm tripping. What do you mean by the one door, though? You'll have to let me know, like, where that is, exactly.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm not losing my streak of turning those computers off. I do it every time. Ain't nobody having no computer.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Okay.
I might be remembering this wrong.
Okay.
It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh, W, please. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get it. I just realized something. Oh, that ought to kill those carpets. Oh, you need new flooring, buddy. You need new flooring.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it
No,
comes.
an infinite room.
No, wait, never
yeah.
mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Oh, yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Well, I guess I'll have to do it after this is, like, all done, because this guy keeps restarting the game. You know, hold on, wait, let me read that. You know, you go right door, on the conveyor.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
This is actually gonna work out so well. I can feel it.
You see,
it's gonna work out.
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
No, wait. I'm so done.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Alright. Start the music back up.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore to help.
Wait, hold on, let me make it better. Alright, there we go.
With it. Restart.
I can bash my head. Oh, my settings were at 7, right? Yeah, 7. Yeah.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Honestly.
Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah.
Something exciting.
I agree.
Daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all
I
sounds
love that.
perfectly
That
doable.
sounds good.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I agree. Let's go. I'm ready.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
And we're
What do you
stuck
want
again.
our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No
Yeah,
lines
me
or
too.
monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It's not here. It's non-existent. It's not here. Oh?
Ah, a choice. We get to make
Finally.
a decision. From
Let's
here,
go.
the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I'm ready. Oh?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
like how... What the... Yo, what was that? Also, he talks so much. Holy crap. I actually cannot, like, there's some points where I want to talk, but I can't. Oh my. Again, here we go.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
I forgot what the interact button was for a second there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Right.
entered the door on his left.
So, oh wait, are you talking about when, like, to pick up the phone, Peyton? Like that area? Do you want me to pick up the phone instead of unplugging it from the wall? Is that what you're talking about? You want to see what happens? If I do that? Well, he actually explained what happens, so I don't think it'd be that you want to see. He literally explained what happens after I pick up the phone. What do I do? What do I do, Peyton? Peyton, are you still there? Peyton died. He's gone. There's still another area, but I still want to keep going this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire. Standing now in this incredible
been going
room,
right so far.
Stanley but eager to get back to
Right.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm thinking of something, actually. I want to try
Stanley,
something.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I want to try something
I'm
real
not
quick.
your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's some... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Nope.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley... Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
We're in a loop again.
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Darkness?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think
Wow.
I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Peyton, are you seeing this? Oh, this is beautiful. Oh man, I love this actually. Yo. Yo! Eyeball. Yo, this is nice. This is... What's down here, though?
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Yo!
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No! Oh, thank God.
Round two.
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I feel bad for him. I'm so sorry.
Stanley,
Round three?
let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
No!
You'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
No, what?
Am I
I
reading
feel
the
so
situation
bad.
correctly?
Yo, he's manipulating me.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
No, this
I
is
just wanted us
sad.
to get
Bro, I
along.
feel bad for him.
But I
I
guess
want your
that was too much
consciousness
to
back.
ask. It
I'm
looks
doing this
like
for
you
your
wanted
own
to make a
good.
choice after all.
I'm doing it for your own good,
this
buddy.
one is yours.
Don't worry. Wait, he actually stopped talking though. That's the best freedom I could ever ask for right there. Geronimo.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Holy crap. Wow. That is... Stanley, that was the last reset. That was the last reset. Oh my. I'm horrified. I don't even know what just happened.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Yo. Wait. Actually. This is sick. Peyton, are you still awake? I think Peyton fell asleep, guys.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
That's cool.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
This
Oh,
is
well,
fantastic.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
So am I. This is sick.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I'm excited. Hello?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
The jump
All right.
circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump now, I can move. I can jump over railings, I can jump on top of boxes, I can do parkour. But it's only the jump circle. Last one. I'm gonna jump out of the circle. It's just sad. Truly sad.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
There's more.
Goodness. Another
think.
elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content.
Bro
And
has
if-
no
Oh, wait.
patience whatsoever.
There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
But you have no patience.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers
Don't lock
with
me in here
no
with them.
respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm
insane.
offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault,
Yo.
Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
I would have made this a
If you're
video,
still with me,
but it's
why don't
too
we just
long to
reset
make a
the
video.
game, and we'll
I
try
really
to
knew
get
that. It
back
would
to
be
what
too
the
long.
Stanley Parable is really about.
Yeah, I
No
agree.
frills,
I agree.
No gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I say I'm ready to go back. Take me back to that day. Na, 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 na. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Stanley, come over here.
What's over here?
In the vent. I want to show you something. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
That is so mean.
Never mind. You're not a dork.
That is so mean of you, Stanley. I cannot believe you would say such things about me. Why can't I uncrouch? It's crazy. I never even noticed before that it says the end is never the end. Not gonna lie. I thought it said loading throughout the whole thing. Unless it did before. And I'm going crazy. I think I might be going crazy, guys. It's crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once.
You
It
remember
locked me in a
how
room.
cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking
No.
about the past and how
Oh,
much
no.
better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
This is beautiful, man. This is truly
I call
beautiful.
it the Memory Zone.
I love this.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Can I jump out of here?
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013? when the
PlayStation
game
port is
originally launched?
crazy.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What's down here? Ah. Dang it.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley
That's crazy.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and
This
one
is
that
cool,
offers
though.
some of the most enjoyable,
I like this.
surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It
9
didn't
out of
need
10,
anything
that's
else.
not perfect
it
to
didn't
me.
need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
What's down here?
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
I agree with that.
Funny?
Please,
I'm not trying to
get
be
me out of
funny.
here.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, his preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can
Maybe.
tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You
Oh,
are.
Goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
Please, just shut up.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse.
I want to
begin
cry.
with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always
Somebody
thought it
kill
did.
me. Please,
But maybe
somebody
it
kill me
wasn't.
already.
Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
You know what I wish? I wish he was. I wish he was like any other game
like
where
a
you could just
failure.
like mute him
Like
or
I let these
like
people
you know
down. Perhaps
skip
the Stanley
cutscenes
Parable.
like that type of
What's
thing.
this
You know.
one got to say?
I love skipping cutscenes. I
You
cannot sit
constantly
through
have
it.
to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think.
Okay.
So my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Yeah.
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of...
You're done. No. We're...
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But
Yes.
that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time. But if
I
I
hear, by the way.
I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah.
You can see what this
I do.
means to me. I'm
Yes.
so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart.
I'm not gonna press the
To
button.
think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate
actually?
it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Honestly, I miss silence. I never missed silence more in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna do what he said. I'm gonna be silent for a little bit. It's grown too quiet. I thought he would come back eventually, but he hasn't. So we're just gonna skip and hope he comes back.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
Right.
I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
You'd be
to
dead.
begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Oh my, yo, he actually like... Oh, so he literally just gives you a monologue and then he just shuts up. Holy crap. Alright. There's like a war going on outside. I don't even want to know. Oh. Oh, that is obnoxiously annoying. That smoke alarm. Oh my. Let me skip. Thank you.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of our... But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes, it seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come
Wow.
to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impulsively
right, though.
captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words,
Yeah, I'm done. We got a leak.
The end is never the end, 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 is never.
That leak got worse, guys. I'm surprised it's not filled up yet. It's filling. It'd fill way quicker than that, I can tell you that much. Oh? That's not good. This button is taking longer and longer to come out for a repress. Light. Oh, light. Something other than everything I've had. Let me out. Please. How do I still have a keyboard on me, bro? Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, wow, this is... The fern. The fern. No, the fern. The fern. No. Oh. That's just depressing. I want my plants black. I mean back. Wow, that is horrendous. I don't like that. Let me leave. I don't like the sound of that. I don't even know what that is. This is quite the game. Holy crap. I can't believe it took me this long to play this game for my channel. Oh. Oh, freedom. Yes. Freedom. Man, this game is something. It's something. Whew. Oh boy. Phone call?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Sure.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
No problem. New content, yo.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Yo.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
This is exciting. New content. It's not new content. It's new content. Let's get it. Oh yeah. W. I'm actually losing my mind right now. My brain is absolutely dying inside. I'm losing my mind right now. I'm actually like,
You see,
that's how I
Stanley,
feel.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Yo. W game.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
This is a great idea. I love this. This is great.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2
I love it.
is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
You got done yourself.
Oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry,
I'm not Jim.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
That's cool.
Let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go.
I'm Jim.
Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
I am Jim.
Do you feel it deeply?
I am Jim.
Are you
I'm
really,
Jim.
truly Jim right now?
I'm Jim.
If so, then please...
I'm Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
No, you can't be enough Jim. I'm Jim.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
No! I'm Jim! Don't leave me now! I'm Jim, though. I am Jim. What? Oh, for a second I thought it was letting me in that door. It's just like lagged. Holy crap. Dang, he took away the Jim button from me.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Bucket. No screenshots?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
That is so messed up, bro. I wanted this one because it's stupid. Happy 12th birthday, step niece is crazy.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision when a common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well,
there's no bucket.
I am happy to say that after much consideration,
There's no bucket.
I've engineered a
clever
solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
I was over here thinking that they'd let me hold a bucket. That would have been the best thing ever. I want a bucket.
Will fill your mind and your heart. It's
oh.
True. As long
Wait.
as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley
Give me the
Parable
bucket.
will feel perfectly normal. And
Give me the bucket.
Even
Give me the bucket.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Give me the bucket. Just let me grab
It's a much more
it.
convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
This
Can
is
you imagine
depressing.
what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the
That's
bucket
crazy.
is the perfect solution.
Let me take the bucket.
Give it a try.
Mine. I love it.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
I'm sexy.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Oh,
All
yeah.
this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
This bucket has really made it worth my while.
Does
Honestly.
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I wouldn't know. Infinite hole. Free easy trophy.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. No, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I want to go there yet. I want to go to the Infinite. What's this? Oh, it's already in here. I love the bucket. My favorite part, honestly. I love the bucket.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I actually really wanted to do this.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion.
I
Maybe
want to
it's
fall
you who likes
forever.
falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
That's so mean.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Not me.
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that
Not
works for
mostly.
you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean,
Excuse me.
admittedly, I didn't make an infinite
What's
hole.
this?
I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing that... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
Let me out.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Yo. This is crazy. Yo. That's me. Hey. Yo. Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip. That's great. I love that. No, that was actually fun. I love that. I'm back.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Is it bad that I kind of... Wait. If it lets me hold 2 buckets, I'm actually going to lose my mind. Darn. Could you imagine, though? The possibilities are endless. But what I am going to try now that I'm actually here. I'm gonna go through in this. Exit is that way. I don't want to exit. What's this though?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
That's crazy. One of 16. I mean 6. Collect them all.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I agree. See, now I'm only over here because I'm wondering what this is now.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
You're boring. Why can't I go in there, huh? You got a problem with me, huh? You don't like me that much? Oh.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
I wish I saved my jumps. Bottom line, guys. Save things in life. Because you'll wish you had it later. That's just a fact.
All right.
Anyway.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
But that doesn't mean horde. Is that Ronaldo? Bro, I swear.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
I got you.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh? Don't tell me you're putting me in it. Please, don't put me in it. I swear, if there's gonna be holes all over the walls, I'm gonna freak out. Yo. Hold up. Hold up. You just opened a whole new everything for me to look at. And it is weird. Man, am I tired. Why'd I skip? I have a problem with skipping, I guess.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh
What
my,
could
all
it
the
mean?
boxes are here.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The balloons are here. The bucket. The bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh. I picked up the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
But the door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Wait, I need to check the basement.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You
Exactly.
can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I will.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe,
I'm in a loop.
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I'm in a
He
loop.
looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly... Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to
I need
truly
my
restore
bucket.
his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
What?
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
What? I ate my bucket.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Okay.
She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass, and she backflipped all the way to work.
That is so weird. This game is interesting, to say the least.